Hello, thank you for checking out Mr. Ware's videos, and today we're looking at graphing stories. This is part two to graphic stories video, and it is about the method of ratios. So we're going to start off the same type of problems as we did with the rise over run method, but uh, just give you a different way of doing them. You could pick either one to do either type of problem. Okay, so let's take a look at a few examples. Okay, so Madison left her house at time 0 and drove 7 minutes to the store at a speed of 2 blocks per minute. Then she stopped and went into the store for 5 minutes. From there, she drove in the same direction at a speed of 3 blocks per minute till she got to the bank, which is 6 blocks away from the store. She stopped at the bank for 7 minutes and then she drove home at a speed of 5 blocks every minute. Make a graph make a graph of showing the number of blocks away from home that Addison is X minutes after she leaves the house until she comes back home. All right. So we're going to take this down. We're going to break it down piece by piece. So let's look. So here we started 0 and drove 7 minutes to the store at 2 blocks per minute. Okay. So you can use the rise over run method, but there's another way to do this. If we know she begins at 0, which would be the origin there, and she goes 7 minutes to the store, we just need to know how many blocks she went away to get to the store, right? How many blocks did she go? All right. So if we know the blocks, we can just go to the right 7 minutes and then go up however many blocks it is. So we're going to use the ratio method to figure that out. Okay. So this is what you do. Now, I am putting M for minutes and B for blocks. Okay, so I've got 7 minutes over 1, just making it a fraction. 7 minutes, we know it's 7 minutes, and it's 2 blocks per minute. So that per allows you to put the division here. So you got 2 B's, which is 2 blocks, and 1 minute. So the reason I put those letters there, they're not variables. The reason I put those letters there is so we can cancel out the term so we know exactly what measurement, what unit of measurement we're using here. So you see how I have an M in the numerator and an M in the denominator. They're going to cancel out, and everything else I'm going to multiply like that. So the minutes are gone. And then that's cool. We don't want to know the minutes. We know the minutes. It's 7 minutes. We want to know how many blocks. So the minutes are gone, and now we're going to do 7 times 2 to get 14b over 1 times 1, which is 1. So you divide 14 by 1 and you get 14 blocks. So now all we got to do is graph it. So we go into the graph and we start here at 0, 0. We go over 7 minutes and up 14 blocks and you got your dot. Okay. So the red dotted line is not needed. I'm just showing you the 7 that we went over and then the 14 we went up to make the graph. Okay, let's look at another part. All right, so the next part is, then she stopped and went into the store for 5 minutes. So that's a straight up just over 5 minutes. And you just go from 7 to 12 because that's 5 blocks. You're not going up away from the home. You're not coming toward the home. You're at the store staying still for 5 minutes. All right. From there, she drove in the same direction, which would be away from home, at a speed of 3 blocks per minute until she got to the bank, which is 6 blocks away. All right. So here I'm going to do this in green. So it's the same thing. We'll set up a ratio. But this time, we don't know the minutes, but we do know the blocks. So we need to figure out the minutes and not the blocks. So we know it's 3 blocks per minute, and we know it's 6 blocks. So I'm going to set up a ratio. So I've got 6 blocks over 1 minute, right? So I got the 6 blocks. I just put that over 1. Now, instead of saying blocks over minutes, like 3 blocks per minute, I'm doing 1 minute every 3 blocks so that the 2 B's can cancel out, similar to the 2 M's canceling out, okay? All right, so now once I got that set up, I just multiply across the numerator and the denominator, canceling out my B's. So 6 times 1 is 6m. And then the b is gone. 3 times 1 is 3. And then 6 divided by 3 is 2 minutes. So in 2 minutes, she went, or he went, 6 blocks. So now what we gotta do is graph that. So you go over 2 blocks and then up. I'm sorry, go over 2 minutes and up 6 blocks. All right, next, she stopped at the bank for 7 minutes. So we're just gonna put that and go 7 minutes to the right. Boom. Because she's not going farther from the house, she's not going closer to the house. All right, and then the final part is then she drove home at a speed of 5 blocks every minute. So we know the per for 5 blocks every minute, but it's like, how many blocks is she going? How much time is it? You don't even know, but you do. Let me show you how. So if we go back to the graph, we know that she's 20 blocks away from home. So if she's 20 blocks away from home and she's going home, then we know she got to travel 20 blocks. So the home equals 20 blocks. So we use the 20 blocks in our ratio. So you got 20 blocks over 1 times, again, we want to keep the 1 in the numerator, 1 in the denominator. So we're doing 1 minute for every 5 blocks. The b's cancel out. You got 20 minutes over 5. 20 divided by 5 is 4 minutes. So it took her 4 minutes to get home. So we're going to go down 20 blocks and to the right 4 minutes. All right, so there it is. We go down 20 blocks and then to the right 4 minutes. And that's it. That is graphing stories using the ratio method. I want to thank you for choosing. Thank you for checking out Mr. Ware's videos. Have a nice day.